Christine here with Tau Canine. I'm here with Brody. We're going to show you the basics of sit. Sit is one of the first things that most dogs will learn from their handlers, and it is pretty easy to teach. So sit, of course, takes your dog from either in motion walking or just standing and having them go back into a sit. Here's what it looks like. Brody, everyone knows sit, right? Up and sit. So what I did there to get him into a sit is I used a treat. If your dog won't sit on command when you say the word sit, a lot of people initially do start class and their dog already understands sit. You can use a treat to get him in that position. So it starts by putting a treat in front of the nose, dragging it right up close to their head, raising all 4 feet. Yeah, good. Dragging that treat right up over their forehead, holding it up over the middle of the top of their head. Because when you get a dog to raise up their chin, the bottom often will go down. So it's an easy way to get them into the sit. Again, treat in front of that nose. Hey, Brody, stand. And then raise that treat up, and he kind of knows this, right? Good boy. There's a hand command that can also go with sit that goes along with that idea of using your treat to raise your dog's chin up. Normally, trainers, the hand command for sit is some kind of an upward motion. Some trainers do this, some trainers will go like this, some even go like this, and they are kind of raising their hand up in front of their dog's face. And the idea is the same. It's getting your dog to look up, and that results in the bottom going down. Now, a handler is going to use their leash in the same way that a horse rider uses their reins to communicate with their horse. You can communicate sit with your dog by doing a gentle pop. It's not a sharp correction up that raises your dog's paws off the ground. It's a gentle pop upwards, straight up, just like that. And that means sit. But how is your dog going to learn that that means sit? By pairing it with what your dog already knows. So if your dog already understands the word sit, you're going to say sit as you do that gentle tug up. If your dog is still working on a treat in front of that nose, do that at the same time that you do the gentle pop. A great way to practice sit is to have your dog first in motion, walking, and then stop and put them in a sit. So I'm going to show you Brody walking, and I'm going to stop, say sit, and do the gentle tug on the leash. So let's walk in a circle here real quick. Heel. Sit. Good boy. So this time I'm going to do it with just the hand motion, and I'll do hand motion, I'll say sit, and I'll do the gentle pop. Here we go. Let's loop around. Sit. Good. Now, the great thing of having more than one way to communicate with your dog is you can mix and match them. You'll eventually be able to reach the point when you're taking your dog on a walk with a friend and you all are chatting, and you can instruct your dog to sit without even saying anything, simply by doing that leash pop. So here's an example of that. Come here. Good. So again, nice sit. How is your dog going to learn that? By pairing it with what they already know. Pairing it with the word sit or with the treat going up. The one other way that you can communicate sit to your dog is with what we call the scuff sit. And it's a gentle stamp with your foot. It's not a huge, loud stomp that is going to startle your dog. You ready? So again, to teach your dog that this means sit, you pair it with something they already know. Maybe they're really good responding to the leash pop. So it could look like this. Heel. Good boy, good boy. There we go. You pair it, and then of course, reward. The reward is how your dog is going to know that they did the right thing. Good boy. The one other thing to know about sit is that when you put your dog in a sit, technically your dog is supposed to stay in the sit until you tell them otherwise. And that could mean you go ahead and you heel, or it could mean you give them freedom to move around by saying break. And we will go into break on another video with stays. But again, if you put your dog in a sit and then you're talking and you suddenly notice that your dog has gotten up, put them back in the sit. And then as your dog is hanging out in a really good sit, you can just reward that. Good sit. So that they understand, this is what I want you to do. I don't want you to move. Okay, so the 4 ways right now you can communicate sit to your dog. You can say the word sit. You can use a treat to raise up that chin to get the sit. You can do a hand motion to get the sit. You can do the leash pop, and you can do the scuff sit, and you can mix and match them any way that you want. What we don't want to see people doing is pushing down really hard on your dog's back. If your dog is really, really fighting the sit at first and they don't want to follow that treat and they're not, hey, I didn't tell you that. Sit, good boy. Rather than pushing down really hard on their hips, you can do the gentle pop and kind of push back on their chest gently to get them into the position. Stand, sit, raising up. Boom, you can raise, even physically raise up that chin. That will help get that sit. So tugging up, raise up that chin. You can do an upward motion on that chest to get the sit, but try not to really push hard down on that back. We don't want any injuries from our dog. Remember that they're supposed to stay in the sit. If they pop up, it's back in that sit, and then go ahead and reward once they're really settled into it. Okay, is that good? So that's it for sit. Good boy.